Have you ever heard of a cat who forgot how to meow? It sounds impossible, right? Well, let me tell you the story of Leo, the fluffiest, laziest ginger cat in the entire neighborhood. Leo lived a life of absolute luxury. His humans adored him. They gave him the softest bed, the tastiest salmon-flavored treats, and endless chin scratches. His days were a blissful cycle of napping in sunbeams, stretching languidly, and then napping some more. Leo was so pampered that he never had to ask for anything. Food would magically appear in his bowl twice a day. Fresh water was always available. The door would open for him the moment he sat by it, looking majestic. His humans seemed to read his mind. If he wanted a cuddle, they'd scoop him up. If he wanted to play, a feather wand would start dancing before him. Because everything was provided, Leo simply stopped meowing. What was the point? A purr got him cuddles, a nudge got him treats, and a regal stare got him everything else. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months, and the sound of Leo's meow faded from memory, even his own. One sunny afternoon, while chasing a particularly plump bumblebee in the garden, Leo wandered farther than he ever had before. He zigzagged through tall grass, pounced through flower beds, and before he knew it, he was completely lost. The familiar scent of his home was gone, replaced by the strange smells of a new part of town. The sun began to set, casting long, spooky shadows. A shiver ran down Leo's spine. For the first time in his life, he felt a real, urgent need. He needed help. He needed his humans. He spotted a friendly-looking woman walking her dog. This was his chance. He ran towards her, opened his mouth wide to let out a desperate, loud meow. But nothing came out. Just a tiny, scratchy puff of air. A squeak. It sounded more like a mouse than a cat. The woman didn't even notice him. She just kept walking, chatting on her phone. Leo was shocked. He tried again, summoning all his strength. Squeak! Puff! He couldn't believe it. His meow, his voice, his most basic cat communication tool, was gone. He had forgotten how to use it. Panicked, Leo tried to get the attention of anyone he could find. He squeaked at a group of kids playing, but they just laughed, thinking it was a funny noise. He tried to squeak at another cat perched on a fence, but the other cat just gave him a disdainful look and sauntered away, probably thinking, "What's wrong with that guy?" Each failed attempt made Leo's heart sink further. He was invisible, voiceless. The world was big and scary when you couldn't make yourself heard. He felt so helpless, and all he could think about were his warm bed and his loving family. As darkness fell, a cold drizzle began to fall. Soaked and miserable, Leo huddled under a bush, trying to remember. How did a meow work? He recalled other cats. Their mouths opened, their chests vibrated, and a powerful sound emerged. He tried to imitate it. He focused, took a deep breath, and pushed. A slightly louder squeak emerged. It wasn't a meow, but it was progress. He spent what felt like hours under that bush, practicing. Squeak! Squeak A, me, P. It was frustrating. He felt silly, like a kitten learning for the first time. But he was desperate, so he didn't give up. He thought about all the things he wanted to say. I'm lost. I'm hungry. I'm scared. He channeled all that feeling into his next attempt. He took a deep breath, pictured his food bowl in his mind, and let it out. Me. Ow! It was weak, wobbly, and cracked in the middle, but it was recognizable. It was the ghost of a meow, but it was there. A surge of hope filled him. He could do this. He just needed to keep trying. He risked it for a bit, then practiced again and again. His little ghost meow getting slightly stronger, slightly more confident each time. Just then, he heard a familiar jingle of keys. He peeked out from under the bush and saw a car pull up. It was his family's car. They were out looking for him, calling his name. Leo, Leo, where are you? This was his moment. It was now or never. He gathered every ounce of strength he had left, took the deepest breaths of his life, and let out the biggest sound he could manage. Meow. It wasn't the majestic roar he once had, but it was a proper, undeniable meow. His human mom stopped in her tracks. Did you hear that? She whispered. It sounded like Leo. They called his name again, and Leo responded with another, slightly stronger meow. They followed the sound, their flashlight beam cutting through the dark until it landed on a very wet, very relieved-looking ginger cat under a bush. The reunion was joyous. Leo was wrapped in a warm towel, cuddled, and carried back to the safety of his home. From that day on, Leo never took his voice for granted again. He made it a point to meow every single day. He meowed a good morning when the sun came up. He meowed a thank you when his food bowl was filled. He meowed a hello to the birds in the garden. He even meowed just for the sake of it, enjoying the feeling of his voice filling the room. He learned a very important lesson that night. Any skill, no matter how natural it seems, can be lost if you don't use it. Whether it's meowing, learning a language, or playing an instrument, practice is what keeps your abilities sharp. You've got to use it or you lose it. So, what's a skill you haven't practiced in a while? Maybe it's time to dust it off and give it a try. You might be surprised at what you can remember and achieve. Thanks for watching our story today. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more tales and lessons. See you next time.